Hi, it's Tish again. Welcome back. You know, I have to say that last memory of my mother scaring me absolutely scared me to death. It scared me to death so much that after I stopped filming that, it took me about an hour to collect myself. My whole body inside was like shivering. My heart was beating faster. I think of all the things that my mom did, I think that's the one that's the worst. If she kept doing that, I know for sure she would have scared me to death. I'm actually living these moments as I tell you my story. I'm actually living them. So I want you to know how authentic this is. To something brighter, this is a picture of Kathy and I. We were 4.5 years old, and of course, she's on the left and I'm on the right. And she looks as sweet and innocent as her picture shows. She really was a very good friend. I'll never forget her. When we moved, I wish we could have taken her with us, but obviously that wasn't going to work. I want to throw this in too. Just heard this recently, and it makes you think. Did you know at the time that you were born, you were the youngest person on this earth? Now you just think about that. For one minuscule of a second, even maybe less than that, you are actually the youngest person in this whole world. You know, mom had this thing that I had to help her washing clothes. Hi, Connor. Yeah, that's my little kitty cat. He's coming to help me film. Yeah, it's a good little boy. And I can remember standing on a chair in front of the washing machine. Now, of course, it wasn't the washing machines that we had today. No, this was back in the 50s. And this was a washing tub that was hooked up close to the sink. For the love of me, I don't know how the water got in there. But there was some kind of a hose that drained it out and went into the kitchen sink. Well, on top of this round washing tub, there was a stand and 2 rollers. And the idea was that you would push the clothes through these 2 rollers, and that would, take the water out. So I was standing in front, and my instructions were take the clothes and put them in the rollers. And then my mother would catch them on the other side. And if that was the washing cycle, of course, that had to be done at least one more time with the rinse water. I have to say, she did tell me to be careful. But as careful as I tried to be, in went my arm. Oh, I'll never forget that. And of course, everything stopped. And my mother had to figure out what to do. In the meantime, my little arm is in there. Somehow she reversed it, and out my arm went. Why am I feeding the clothes through rollers if that's dangerous? I could have caught the clothes as they were coming out the other side. It would have been a heck of a lot safer. So, what was that all about? My mom just didn't think of what could happen. She didn't think ahead. I don't know. I'll let you figure that one out. Not only did mom abuse me, she abused other people as well. She abused my father. She was always forever picking on him. and fighting. I knew early on that my dad tried everything he could do to stay out of a fight. She was the instigator. It was always, always, always something. And one thing of the many was every once in a while, my father wanted to go out and play cards with his friends. Not that he had a whole lot of friends, but there was a few at work that he got friendly with, and they liked to play cards. My father wanted to join them. Well, my mother didn't like that idea at all. She would argue like heck with them about it. I'm not sure what exactly was her problem, because sometimes I couldn't follow her conversations. But anyway, he would eventually go out, and obviously she must have waited for him, because he would come home and there would be another argument. I know, because she woke me up. She woke me up out of a dead sleep. And this one time, I believe he might have had a little too much to drink. Now, I personally have never, ever, ever saw my father intoxicated. So I don't know what happened then, but she pushed him over and he, boom, he went down on the floor. And I started crying. I started crying because I knew he fell. But guess who came in and comforted me? My father got himself off the floor and came in and was comforting me, telling me it was going to be all right, that he wasn't hurt. He'd go back to sleep. My mother didn't come in and comfort me. No, she's like a raging bull out in the other room. But he came and he comforted me. And I thanked him for that, because I was really worried. Lying in bed, I was worried. Did he get hurt? Mom also abused animals. We had a back porch. We were on this second floor of, I'll say a row home, but this home had 3 apartments. We were on the second floor, and then there was a third floor. Every once in a while, there would be a cat on our porch, investigating, I guess. Not hurting a thing, because I can remember seeing them. Just walking around, and there wasn't anything for them to get into, really. But my mother, of course, I got to the point where I never told her I saw a cat outside. But when my mother realized there was a cat outside, she would run to the sink and fill it with as hot water as she could. I mean, it was hot. It was hot, because I could see steam coming out from it. It was hot. And she would throw it on those poor cats. Scared them to death, and off they ran. But, I mean, that's cruel. Okay, there's a cat on the porch. We're in the house. Well, she had me scared to death of cats, finally, because she told me they were sneaky. Ooh, they were sneaky. She didn't like them. And then, of course, I wasn't supposed to like them either. And I didn't, because she had me scared to death of them. But this is the analogy that I made from this incident, and it is, she didn't like cats because they were sneaky. But Mom was sneaky too. And she loved herself. See the twist? She was something else, I'll tell you. Well, I'm very excited. I have so much more to tell you. Like raw hamburger, raw hamburger, and pig's feet. Yes, you heard it right. Raw hamburger and pig's feet. So, if you want to listen and hear about more of that story, please let me know. If you enjoyed my stories thus far and you want to support me in telling it, please leave me a comment. And if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.